To Don Godby Field in Parkersburg South, taking on St. Mary's. Second inning, Briley McGrady gets on with a soft single into shallow right field. However, with 2 outs, Annie Shelton gets a strikeout swinging, leaving McGrady stranded at first. 2 runners on. Allison Kerfin with a sharp single up the middle that'll drive in the first run of this ball game. Then it'll be Mia Archer. Here she comes. Hard ground ball to shortstop. That'll be misplayed, gets through the wickets, and 2 more come around to score on the error. Now 1 down, runner at third as the catcher, Abby Corbin. Coming up, she'll lay down a nice bunt, and the run will score. Lady Patriots lead 4-0. Playing some small ball there. Love to see it. To the 4th, runner at third, Cheyenne Hayes grounds the ball to third, and Madison Lambert makes a strong throw for the out. And then Shelton thrown out at home, trying to take an extra run, but the Lady Patriots get the shutout victory 6-0.